Today, we're doing a deep dive into product research in 2024 and how to find your first or next product to sell on Amazon, as well as advanced strategies for PPC, brand analytics, and more. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's a completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And something new I'm going to start giving is one quick serious strategy at the top of every episode. So this episode, really quick, did you know that in Helium 10, you can set up in seconds an automation to trigger the Amazon request a review? All right, so just go into Helium 10 follow-up, hit create new automation, and hit the send a message to request a review option. And then go ahead and set the time frame of when you're looking to have that delivered, like maybe 15 days after the item ships or something like that. And then it'll get to them on that day, and then you are going to probably see a little bump on your review. So this is completely free as long as you have a platinum plan and above. For more information, go to h10.me/follow-up. All right, let's get into this episode with a topic that I think is one of the more fun aspects of the whole Amazon game, right? Like, there's some aspects of the Amazon game that maybe get us kind of bored or maybe it's kind of annoying to do, like trying to deal with our P&Ls or maybe some parts of inventory management or figuring out Amazon fee system, things like that. But I would say probably one of the more enjoyable parts of working on Amazon is when we are working on finding our first product maybe to sell on Amazon, or finding the next product, validating those products, and that whole process, right? So that's what we're going to be focused on today, is how to do that using the various tools in Helium 10 BlackBox. First, let's talk about what is BlackBox. BlackBox is one of the very first tools that Helium 10 came out with years and years ago, and it's basically the largest database outside of Amazon itself for Amazon products. There's over 2 billion products in the database, and we've got information on a lot of different marketplaces. You can go into BlackBox, it's under tools and under product research. But once you hit that first drop-down menu, you're going to see that the tools available here in BlackBox are available for the marketplaces, USA, Canada, Mexico, Germany, Spain, Italy, France, UK, India, Netherlands, Australia, Japan, UAE, and now Amazon Brazil. So that is if you're selling in one of those marketplaces, you've got some tools ready for you. Now, throughout this episode, I'm going to be going through each and every one of these tools to let you know how to use them. The first tool in BlackBox is products. This allows you to enter in specifics of information on a specific product, and it's going to go ahead and ping our database and allow you to return products that maybe hit that criteria of what might mean opportunity for you. The second tool is probably my favorite tool in all of BlackBox. It's keywords. So instead of looking for products, it allows you to look at the keyword level, what is going on Amazon, and find trending keywords based on the parameters that you enter in. The next tool is the newest tool that's inside of BlackBox. It's called ABA Top Search Terms. ABA stands for Amazon Brand Analytics, and this allows you to use the database that is from Amazon called Brand Analytics in ways that you're not able to do inside of Seller Central, combining data from there with Helium 10 data to really find new products or new keywords that might interest you. The competitors tool here in BlackBox is a way to basically look at any product that has activity on Amazon, and it's going to show you the 10, 20, 100, maybe even 200 closest ASINs or closest competitors to that product. Could be your product, could be anybody's product on Amazon. You will get results as long as it has some history on there. Niche. This is another tool in BlackBox, and this is a tool that we'll be talking about how to use. Basically, it allows you to run searches on Amazon, but right here, without even having to go on Amazon, you're able to do it within Helium 10 and thus able to kind of like hyper segment it and filter it to your needs instead of having to search on Amazon in a little bit more clunky way, right? The last tool we're going to be going over today is BlackBox Product Targeting, probably my second favorite tool here. It's going to help you with what ASINs to choose in PPC ASIN targeting campaigns like sponsor display or product targeting campaigns. It's going to help you find maybe complementary products to your product, like maybe future products you can you can offer, or maybe potential bundling options. And it's also going to tell you which tools that or which products that Amazon thinks is the most relevant to any product that you enter in on Amazon. So BlackBox, the main focus here is product research, but there are some things here that you'll see you can use even for a little bit of keyword research and some PPC research. Highly recommended in order to find your next or first product to sell on Amazon. So let's go ahead and get into it. How to find potential products with opportunity to sell. All right, so why is this important? How can this make you money? That's the way I'm going to be doing all of these strategies here, is prefacing it with, all right, why is this important to you? So I don't think it takes much of a leap of faith to understand why looking for product opportunities is going to be beneficial, right? You want to make money on Amazon. You can't just go randomly choose products. You might have your own criteria as to what is opportunity and what is not opportunity. That's the beauty about this tool. You put in whatever you want to as a criteria, and we're going to spit back to you the exact products that hit that criteria that you've entered. So let's go ahead and hop in a tool and let's do a, initial search here. All right. So again, if you're not on this page, the way you get here is hit tools, hit BlackBox, and the very first tab that comes up is products. And that's what we're going to be focusing on. I know we have a simple version. Ignore that. If you're watching this video, you don't need that simple version at all. All right. I'll keep it straight with you. Keep it on the advanced version, guys. All right. Now that you've got the advanced version set up in your BlackBox, basically you can start choosing different products in different categories. So for example, one thing I might go ahead and do is let's go ahead and look at the home and kitchen category, maybe the kitchen and dining, and let's go ahead and choose patio, lawn, and garden. I like under number of sellers to do a maximum of 2. What that means is that, hey, I don't want a whole bunch of products that are maybe wholesaled out or it's arbitrage. Now, hey, maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you are a wholesaler arbitrage seller. Maybe you want to put a minimum of like 5 or something here, but let's just pretend that we're doing private label for right now. Another thing I'm going to go ahead and do is monthly sales in units. All right. This is the number of products estimated that Helium 10 says it's selling per month. So there's no magic number here. Let's go from like 150. So, like if they're selling 5 units a day to, I don't know, let's just say 400 units a day, like between 10, 15 units a day. There's other filters here that I suggest using. One of them I like to use is price. I'm going to put minimum 20, maximum 40. So last time Helium 10 checked, the price that it was selling for is somewhere between $20 and $40. You guys do what works for you. All right. This is just a nice little standard number here, but don't just copy my numbers that I'm doing here. If I wanted to, I could do brand search and seller search. I'll show you guys how to use that in a little bit here. Or I can exclude brands. I can exclude sellers. I like doing review count. Let's go ahead and do review count. I'm going to say maximum 150 reviews. Like maybe in this situation, I'm like, for me, opportunity is finding a product that's selling like 5, 10, 20 units a day. And yet it's fairly new because it has less than 150 reviews. Other ones that I could do if I wanted to is the BSR rank. That is, Amazon's bestseller ranking, the review rating. Like maybe I wanted to find products that had less than 4 stars or something like that. Shipping size, fulfillment type, weight, etc. One that I really like is number of images. I'm going to put like max 3. Now, the reason I do that is because if you guys are experienced Amazon sellers, you well know that you should have the full complement of images, like 7 images, right? In an Amazon listing. To me, this is opportunity or potential opportunity, because if there's a seller who only has 3 images in their listing, they probably have no idea what they're doing as Amazon sellers, right? And usually when you find somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, the rest of their listing is probably garbage as well. Maybe they got a really bad bullet points and a bad title, bad description, things like that. So this is going to be interesting to see what products that, despite there being indication that there's not, doesn't have that great listing optimization quality, it's still selling 5, 15, 20 units a day, right? All right. So that's why I put that. The last one I'm going to go ahead and use is variation count. I'm going to say maximum 1, just because I don't want a whole bunch of listings here to have a whole bunch of colors or different sizes. I just want to focus on the standalone products. There's tons of filters, as you guys can see, that you can go ahead and look up. And if you find a set of filters that you really like using, make sure to save that to your filter library, so then you don't have to always set this every single time that you get in. All right, let's go ahead and hit search and see what comes up. All right, so I came up here with 75 results. So this is perfect, guys. If there's over 200 results, it's only going to show 200. Now, this is on purpose. All right, a lot of people have the question, how come I can only see 200 results in BlackBox? If it says over 200, it's a signal to you that you got to narrow down those filters. All right, there's a couple of reasons that benefit you as the user for this. Number one, if there's 700 results that come up, I guarantee you're not going to sit and look at every single 700 one of those. Nobody has that kind of time, right? So you're going to miss out on some products. You're not going to know where you left off. You're going to leave off, and then you're going to come back. You'll be like, all right, let me just do another search. 200, you can probably get to 200 products in one sitting. Another reason is so many of you out there say, hey, wait a minute, Helium 10 is the number one software out there, 1 million users. Everybody's going to be searching for the same product as I do. And you don't have to worry about that. If you are just doing some really broad search, yeah, probably by chances, other people are going to be searching the same thing as you. But if you are filtering down so much from that 2 billion products that we have, that only 75, like in this situation, come up, well, you can pretty much be sure that, it's very unlikely that somebody is doing the exact same search as you. So again, if you see a number that says over 200, go back into your filters, edit it, and narrow it down a little bit more. All right, once you get to this list, you can see all the information on these products here, like the review count. Remember, I had said, hey, I need less than 150 reviews. You can see that some of these have low reviews. The estimated monthly sales, the retail price, anything that you see here with a graph, I can actually check into the history of the BSR. I can check the history of the price, the history of the reviews, the history of the monthly sales, etc. And basically all you got to do is just look at these and just see, hey, is there anything that looks, interesting? Like, what the heck is this? Wooden coffee pod. It says, let's open this up in Amazon, and you can see this product here. Oh my goodness. It's been selling 200-300 units. And look at this, only 3 images, which look AI generated. Doesn't even look like it's real images. Remember I said the listing probably is not great. I mean, their bullet points are okay. If you're looking at this on YouTube, look at their description, guys. They don't have A+ content, and they have a 1-line product description. Told you guys, if you don't, it's more times than not, if it has a bad number of images, probably the rest of their listing is garbage as well. So that's a terrible description. And this person is doing like $10,000 a month on Amazon. So this is just the first way, guys, of finding product opportunity. You please don't copy the filters that I just did. Yeah, and then everybody's gonna be looking at the same thing. Enter in your own criteria of what you think is product opportunity. Go ahead and put it through, and then the output that comes out in BlackBox, check them out on Amazon and see if it's something that you might want to consider doing. How to research a brand or seller's top products. Why is this important? How can it make you money? Well, regardless if you're a wholesale seller or a private label seller, you might have identified some competitors that are very close to you. Like, man, they probably are getting stuff made at a similar factory as mine, or maybe if you're a wholesale seller, oh man, these guys are maybe selling products that come from similar distribution models as me. Regardless, you might want to look more into their other products to see if maybe you can get some more ideas for products that you can sell. All right, how can you do that? Well, let's go ahead and hop into the tool. If I'm on any product in Amazon, I'm either going to want to copy the brand name exactly in case form, or the seller name. So in this case, I'm on a coffin shelf listing because I sell coffin shelves. I'm like, all right, anything this guy can sell, I can sell. So let me go ahead and copy his exact brand name. And again, it's case sensitive, space sensitive. And then all you have to do is go into BlackBox and put that into exact seller search. I'm going to paste that right there, and then go ahead and press search. Now, once you do that, all of their products, this guy's only selling 5 different products, is going to come up here. Now I can see that this coffin shelf seller, they're also selling a cupcake stand, some decorative wooden crates, a moon-shaped shelf. Like if I'm selling a spooky brand, that could be an interesting product to sell, this moon-shaped shelf, and even a remote control holder here. So the same thing I could have done with his brand name. All right. So I can see his brand name is LK Many. I would just copy that and put that in BlackBox under brand search. All right. So again, if you guys want to do a deep dive into your competitors and see all the products that they're selling, like in a nice little grid there in BlackBox, throw that in there and see the output, start filtering it. Like maybe there's more than 200 results that come up. You only want to see their products that are newest, or you only want to see the products that they're selling more than 1,000 units a month. Whatever are those filters that you want to do, go ahead and put it in BlackBox, and then you'll see the results. How to find product opportunity by searching for keywords. Why is this important? How can it make you money? This is actually a way that I have used, oh my goodness, probably more than 10 times in the last couple of years in how I use Helium 10 to find product opportunity that I actually have launched on Amazon. All right, using this exact same method. When you're searching for products, like I showed you, which is totally a fine way to search for products, eventually you're gonna have to get to keywords, right? You're gonna have to understand, all right, I see some products that look good, but what are the keywords that drive sales? So because of that, we added this tool, which is the second tool here in BlackBox here at the very top. You got to hit the keywords tab. And this tool allows us to start from second base already. It's kind of like if you're a baseball fan, you're in extra innings, 10th inning, 11th inning, what happens? You start with a runner on second base. This takes you to that second base at the beginning. So hit keywords in your BlackBox, and then basically you are going to want to put in your criteria of what might indicate opportunity for you for a keyword on Amazon. All right, so for me, I'm going to go ahead and start with search volume. I'm going to say, hey, let me just do a minimum of 3,000 search volume. Let's go to 8,000. Again, this is not a magic number. You can do any number you want. In the US marketplace, I do recommend like over 1,000 in the US marketplace. But if you're doing this in Germany or UK, you'd be totally fine with doing like maybe 500. Would be a decent keyword. All right, what else do we have here? I'm going to go ahead and do the same price of 20 to 40. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when I do this 20 to 40, it doesn't mean that keywords that have products above or below this won't come up at all. This just means if I take an average of the top products on page one, the price range is around $20 to $40. Let's go ahead and do a max review count of 150. Again, I just want to have some products where at least the average review count is pretty low. Another one I highly suggest doing. All right. I'll tell you a lot in these things like, hey, don't copy me, but this one, copy me. All right. Do minimum 2 or 3 or even 4 sometimes on the word count. This means the keyword phrase that's being searched, it's going to be a minimum of 2. Now, why do I say this? You can find one word keywords that have high search volume. Like a lot of people are searching for it on Amazon. Like let's take kitchen, right? Kitchen, maybe has thousands of searches, but it doesn't have what I call buyer intent. Do you think that somebody who types in kitchen on Amazon is going to buy something from the search results? Probably not. Very rare that happens, relatively speaking. Somebody who uses such a broad term like just kitchen is probably just browsing, looking for ideas, right? Now this is English in America I'm talking about. There are some super long individual words that are in Amazon Japan, Amazon Germany, etc. So you got to do what works for the marketplace, but I'm just speaking about Amazon USA right now. Now, instead of a one word like kitchen, what if the keyword was stainless steel kitchen serving spoon? That's a long keyword, but doesn't that have a lot more buyer intent? It's much more likely that somebody is typing in that keyword and buying something in the search results that they see than just typing in kitchen, because that's a very specific keyword. So that's just a little bit why I say try and put at least 2 keywords there. All right, let's go ahead and choose the categories of the main products. Let's go ahead and do the similar ones that we did before, kitchen and dining. Let's go ahead and do office products. Let's go ahead and do patio, lawn, and garden. And what I could choose that. There's tons of filters here, guys, that you could probably figure out what's the best for you. One that I really like is title density. This is something unique to Helium 10. Basically, this is looking at page 1 of the search results, and it's saying out of all the listings on page 1, last time Helium 10 checked, what is the number of products on that page that have the exact searched keyword in exact phrase form in the listing? For example, if the keyword I'm searching for is coffin shelf and the title density is 10, that means that on page 1, out of the 50 products on there, 10 of them had that exact keyword coffin shelf in the title. All right, not coffin shaped shelf, but coffin shelf in exact phrase form. And why this is interesting to know is that the lower that number is, the better chance or the easier it's going to be for you to get to page 1 when you're trying to launch this product. It's not a guarantee or anything like that. And it doesn't mean if there's a high title density, I'm going to stay away from that. It's just kind of a gauge to know how difficult it's going to be for you to get to page 1. So I like to find keywords that right off the bat, I have a little bit easier chance to get on page 1. So that's why I put a maximum of 5 on this title density. Let's go ahead and hit search and see what we see. All right, I got 20 phrases. Same thing as I mentioned in BlackBox products, guys. If you get over 200, it means you need to narrow your filters down. But let's just take a look at some of these keywords. Blank cards with chip, fruit trees, my goodness. Get well gifts for women after surgery. That's a very specific keyword right there, right? Cruise ducks for hiding with tags. Hold on, guys. I got to look at this on Amazon. I have never heard of this keyword in my life. And now I'm looking on this. I'm like, what in the world is this? Cruise ducks for hide. I still don't know what this is, but just look at this. This is a keyword that's searched thousands of times a month. And look at the #1 product on this page. It says 500 people have bought it in the last month and only has 29 reviews. All right. The one that has Amazon's Choice only has 100 reviews. Here's one that's in the top 10. It has 0 reviews. It was just launched and it's already in the top 10. So this just shows you how easy it is to find these kind of keywords using BlackBox. If I were to tell you, hey, find me a keyword that's searched for thousands of times where the products on page 1 are so new, they barely have any reviews and nobody has that keyword in the title. I mean, how many hours would you be searching on Amazon for that? But look at that. I found 20 interesting opportunities potentially there in BlackBox. It took me less than 1 minute. So guys, BlackBox keywords is super, super beneficial for finding product opportunity for a new product that you've never sold before, or maybe like a new product to your existing brand. Maybe you type, you're selling coffin shelves like me, and you want to see what other keywords have the word coffin in it, for example. That's another way that you can use this tool. Now, in the next strategy, let me show you how to take this BlackBox for keywords information even further. How to find product opportunity by looking at the top 10 search results. Why is this important? How can it make you money? This is another way, guys, that I literally have been making money with this exact technique. The previous strategy I gave you was just kind of looking at top products overall, what's going on in the search results of a page. But I like looking at the top 10 results, specifically some characteristics of what's going on there. And I feel that that is a great way to help me find product opportunities. So how do you do that? We're still here in BlackBox keywords. Just like in the last strategy, I'm going to enter in a bunch of different filters here, such as search volume, etc., in order to look at what could mean opportunity for me. So let's go ahead and enter in a search volume range. Let's go ahead and do 3,000 to 10,000. Let's go ahead and do a price of 20 to 40. Now, in this time, I'm going to leave the review count blank. All right, I'm going to leave the review count blank. I'm going to show you why in a second. Like I always suggest, do minimum word count 2. All right, let's choose 3 categories. Let's go home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, and patio, lawn and garden. And now let's go into this bottom 2 advanced filters. The first one is called competitor revenue. I bet you a lot of you, even who are Helium 10 professionals, you have not used this. Competitor revenue is basically only looking at the top 10 products the last time Helium 10 checked. So I'm going to say more than 5,000, minimum 5. What does that mean? I'm saying that out of the top 10 products on this keyword, I would like to see one where 5 out of those 10 is doing at least $5,000 a month. And then for competitor reviews, I'm going to put less than 150 and I'm going to put minimum 6. And again, basically what I'm saying here is, hey, Helium 10, out of any keyword on Amazon, show me one that has all these other filters here, but we're out of the top 10 products organically ranked on page 1, 6 or less, or 6 or more, I should say, sorry, has less than 150 reviews, meaning a lot of products are brand new on this page. Let's go ahead and hit search and see what we see. All right, I got 83 results here. And again, a lot of great keywords here. Airplane head strap for sleeping. That sounds dangerous to me. I don't even know what the heck that is. Swell salad bowl kit. I have no idea what that means. Deep freezer organizer bins. Snow globe tumbler. Let's just look at this snow globe one. You might think that, oh my goodness, that's something that is completely saturated. But no, this is a tumbler style of snow globe. And sure enough, look at the very first products here. There's definitely more than 6 that have less than 150 reviews. And it would have been impossible to find this. I didn't even know something like this existed. So this is probably my number one go-to way of finding product opportunity. I mean, there's tons of ways in Helium 10. This is my favorite way, is using BlackBox keywords and then laser focusing my search to what's going on in those top 10 search results to find some golden opportunities for me that I can potentially validate and maybe even start selling on Amazon. How to find product opportunity using Amazon brand analytics. Why is this important? How can it make you money? Brand analytics is something that Amazon released to the general public a few years ago, and people were like flabbergasted that they would release that level of data. It basically tells you what are the top keywords week by week or even day by day, month by month on Amazon. It ranks them as far as, like their search frequency. And then of those top 3 keywords, it tells you which 3 products were the most clicked and what percentage of the overall clicks they had. And then of those 3 products that were the most 3 clicked, what had the most conversions? In other words, which had the most sales for that keyword? So it was amazing. The problem with looking at it on Amazon, for those of you, if you have brand registry, you definitely have access to this. By the way, to use this tool in Helium 10, you have to have your Amazon account connected to Helium 10, and you have to have brand registry in your account. That's what allows us to be able to show this information to you. But anyways, if you've got that brand registry, this is going to give you some really interesting insights. And for those of you who have had it, you might have found it difficult to really filter through on Amazon because it will show you like 3 million keywords, and you have to download this database into an Excel file if your computer can handle a 3 million line database, and then run pivot tables and stuff to try and see opportunity. And you really couldn't link it to Helium 10 data points like search volume and things like that. Well, no longer. That is the next tool that we are going to go over here in BlackBox. It's the 3rd tool at the top called ABA Top Search Terms. And it basically allows you to enter criteria that you can mix Helium 10 data with Amazon brand analytics data to find product opportunity. So in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and put under ABA top 3 total click share, a minimum 60%. So what I'm basically saying is, hey, I want to see a keyword where Amazon says that the top 3 products that were clicked have a total of at least 60% of the clicks. But at the same time, those top 3 products have between 1 and 30% of the conversions. Now, why is this opportunity to me? Well, think about what that's saying. In a equal world, if 3 products are getting 60% of the clicks and everybody had the same conversion rate, right? What would you expect those 3 products to their share of the sales would be? Should be 60%, right? But if I find one that gets 60% of the clicks, but only 30% of the conversions, what does that mean? That means these people are bouncing off of these top 3 products and ending up buying something else on the page that wasn't even one of the top 3 click. So now can you see why I think that's opportunity? It's like, hey, if I can figure out why people are bouncing off of that page and solve that problem, I could probably potentially easily take over their sales. All right. What else did I go ahead and enter in here into the filters? I put in search volume. And now I'm tying in Helium 10 numbers. Search volume between 3,000 and 8,000. I'm putting minimum word count too. And I'm throwing in a Helium 10 data point of title density with a maximum of 5. Let's go ahead and see what we see here. All right, I came up with 626 filtered keywords. And let's just take a look at this top one here that came up. Integrated vanity with flip top lighted mirror. Goodness gracious, that is a very specific keyword, right? Well, first of all, I can see some data points here that tells me, hey, this is increasing in search volume, 130% in the last month. Now take a look at this. The top 3 ASINs, they had a total click share of 80%, but those products only had a conversion share of 16%, meaning that 80% of the time, people are clicking on these products and then they end up buying another product that wasn't even one of the top 3 clicked on the page. So that to me is a golden potential opportunity to try and figure out, well, what was it about their main image and the price and the title that made somebody click it in the first place? All right, so how can I get those clicks? But then what on that page don't they like, and they're actually picking something else on the page to buy? So that's the one way that you can go ahead and look at brand analytics. There's tons more ways to filter this information. Let's go ahead and talk about that in the next strategy. How to search and filter Amazon brand analytics keywords. Why is this important? How can it make you money? Well, if I am looking into getting into a new niche, or I am just trying to understand what's going on in my niche with my own product or my competitor's product, this is a way that you can find top keywords that you might have been sleeping on, or keywords even before you've started your listing. Helps you find those keywords that is getting sales for your competitors. All right, let's go ahead and jump into how you can do this. We're still in this ABA top search terms tool. I'm going to use it in a way where I'm going to search right here for one of my competitor coffin shelves. All right, so I just went ahead and copied their ASIN and I put it here. And then I could use a lot of different filters here, but I'm just going to go ahead and just look at what the raw data is. And it's showing me if I enter in any ACE in there, it's going to show me for the time frame that I chose what were the keywords that they were one of the top 3 clicked. And then, for example, I could see here they were one of the top 3 clicked for coffin decor. So I might want to look at what was their conversion share. They were one of the top 3 clicked for coffin shelf. And I can zoom into my competitor's product and I can see that for this keyword, they got 23.8% out of all the sales. But my product, I only got 4.8%. So I might want to look into that and figure out what's going on. Another keyword here, goth shelf. My product, let me see, my product is not even showing up here as one of the top 3 clicked. Maybe I'm not even ranked for this keyword goth shelf, but my competitor is getting sales from it. So I can do this one of 2 ways. I can enter in my ASIN or a competitor ASIN or multi-competitors ASIN, or I can enter in a keyword. Like for example, I can enter in coffin. Right. And then basically what's going to be spit out is all of the longer tail keywords that have coffin in it, that has the minimum search volume that I specify in this tool. And then I could maybe get some ideas about what people are searching for that has the word coffin in it. So there's a lot of different ways to use this tool. Remember, this data from Brand Analytics about top search, this isn't some Helium 10 algorithm or some estimate that we're doing. This is coming directly from Amazon. And what the benefit of using it here in Helium 10 as opposed to in Seller Central is now I can combine it with some Helium 10 unique data points that you don't have in Seller Central, such as the search volume and title density and, the search volume trends and estimated sales and things like that, to really help you understand what's going on with certain keywords and who's getting the most clicks, who's getting the most conversions, and where there might be opportunity for you. How to find competitors for any Amazon product. Why is this important? How can it make you money? Well, if you are trying to research a new niche, you might want to understand like the playing field, right? All right, who are the players in this game? And who do I need to watch out for? Who do I need to research as far as at the keyword level to see where they're getting their sales from? Well, this tool is going to allow you to do that. You just put in any ASIN that has some kind of history. You can't put in something that is a brand new product that's never sold 1 unit at all or is not ranking on any keywords. But if there's a product that has at least a little bit of history, you are going to be able to see the closest linked products to there based on the number of keywords that they are similarly ranked for. In other words, if I'm looking for a coffin shelf, I put in a coffin shelf there, I'm going to see other products that are ranking probably high for the same keywords as that initial coffin shelf, coffin shelf, goth shelf, probably keywords like that. Let me show you how to use that. We're now in a new tool in Helium 10. It's still in BlackBox, and this is the 4th tab. It's called competitor. So make sure to click that and then just put in the ASIN of your own product if you want to look at what's going on in your own product, or any competitor product. Here, I put in one of my competitor coffin shelves. And let's go ahead and see what are the top competitors. Hit search. And now, as you can see, I actually got 179 products. Now, you'll notice that it's a default ranked by P index. This P index is kind of like the number of how closely ranked the product is, or how close this product is to the product that I entered in. So the one with the 10, that means it's the product that is ranking for the most similar keywords than any other product on Amazon to whatever product I had put in. And take a look at some of these products. We've got coffin makeup shelves, other regular coffin shelves, but look at this. There's some bat shelves here. You might not have thought that, hey, these bat shelves are competing for the same keywords. In addition, there's some spiderweb shelves that, you might not have even known was a thing. So this is a great tool to understand that, all right, hey, the next step is I need to maybe go to one of Helium 10's keyword research tools like Cerebro and find out what are these keywords that it's ranking for similarly to this product. And I might take one of these other products and start a new BlackBox competitor research. The other way to use this tool is these might be great opportunities to target in your sponsored display or sponsored product campaigns. Like, especially if you're just getting started out and you're like, all right, I want to, target certain keywords or certain products so that my product will show up on their page and hopefully get the sale. So maybe I'm on this page and I get this big list of keywords, but maybe I say, hey, I want to see all of these products, the ones that have less than 50 reviews, right? Or maybe the ones that are priced higher than mine. I'm going to say, hey, show me the ones that are priced over $30, but have less than 50 reviews. And now I'm like, hey, you know what? My product is more appealing than these products. These are the ones I'm going to start a PPC product targeting campaign on. So this is a great tool to, again, do competitor research and get PPC targets for your sponsored display and sponsored product campaigns. How to hyper filter Amazon search results without even being on Amazon. Why is this important? How can it make you money? Well, you might want to do some very detailed research that maybe it's a little bit difficult to filter through if you're just on Amazon, even if you do have the Helium 10 Chrome extension. Well, you can do some hyper filtering actually within Helium 10 so that you really can like narrow down some special targets that you might be looking for your PPC targeting campaigns. So now we are in a new tool that we haven't talked about yet, and this is BlackBox Niche. All right, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th product here in BlackBox, the 5th tab. So hit Niche, and this is really simple, guys. Like this is one of the easiest tools to use. All you have to do is type in a keyword search phrase. Like I'm going to go ahead and put in coffin shelf right here. And this is just like if I was searching on Amazon. The results are going to be very similar to what I would see in Amazon. And here we go. I've got 174 products that have come up. And this is kind of like the ranking that you see here is very similar to what you are going to see on the Amazon search results. But again, I might want to go ahead and do some hyper filtering here. Like, hey, show me the products here where there are less than one seller or less than two sellers. Show me the ones that have variations. Show me the ones that don't have variations. So show me the products that have less than 3 images and less than this number of reviews and in this price range. So it's very similar to that last strategy. It really allows me to hyper filter here a certain set of search results so I can choose some competitors that I can go after maybe in my product targeting. This is something very similar to what big companies like Lego told me that they used a few years ago, where they would just like take Amazon search results and just throw them all into a PPC targeting campaign and just see which one would stick. Well, this is a little bit better than just taking all the search results from the first couple of pages. They were actually using the Chrome extension for that, because maybe I don't want to target bat related products, right? There's bat shelves that came up here in the search for coffin shelf. So what I could do is I could use this tool and instantly exclude any product that had the keyword bat in the title. I could say, hey, maybe I only want to see what are the search results of the products that have less than 100 reviews, because my product is new. I've only got 20 reviews and I don't want to be targeting the products that have 1,000 reviews, right? I can do that right here with the click of a button. So again, if you're looking for help with your PPC targeting campaigns and to really hyper focus your search results without having to stumble around on the Amazon page itself, make sure to use BlackBox Niche. How to view the history of items frequently bought together with any other Amazon product. Why is this important? How can it make you money? This is one of my favorite features of BlackBox, right? Do you guys, first of all, know what frequently bought together is? Let me go ahead and show you, all right? So if you're on any Amazon page that has some sales history and you scroll down a little bit, you'll usually see this section that says frequently bought together. Like, for example, here, I'm looking at my competitor coffin shelf listing and I can see that, hey, this bat-shaped shelf is something people buy together, and this spiderweb shaped shelf is something that people buy together. Now, this is important because for 2 reasons. Number one, you might want to do some kind of unique bundle later on. Like, I want to put 2 products together and be unique. Well, instead of guessing what would somebody who buys my product also buy, use Amazon's data. This is literally what this means. Amazon is telling you that, hey, we show a history that people who buy this coffin shelf, they are buying this bat shelf and or this spiderweb shelf at the same time. So theoretically speaking, for those customers at least, if there was a product that had the coffin shelf and the spiderweb shelf together, they probably would buy it just so they could have one product instead of having to add 2 things to their shopping cart. So that's a way to add potential product line extensions via bundling. Or it could be just a straight product line extension. Like, hey, I'm selling this spooky coffin shelf. What other products are people interested in my niche? Oh, there's a history of people who buy shelves shaped like bats who are the same, who are buying coffin shelves. So I might want to go ahead and add that as a product. So another way that this is good is potential product targeting, sponsor display ads, ASIN targeting ads that you would do on Amazon. And here's the reason. If you were to look at products like coffin shelves or collagen peptides, and you look at what products are targeting them in sponsored ads, it's usually the same type of product, which is fine. You know, if I'm selling a coffin shelf, I should be targeting other coffin shelves. But here's the thing. Amazon is telling me that there's an interest in bat shelves, right? So why not be one of the few bat shelves? Or if you have a coffin shelf, why not be one of the few, if only, coffin shelves that is advertising on a bat shelf page, right? So this is another reason why I really like looking at this. Now, I could just go on Amazon every single day and refresh the page and start writing down the ASIN of what I see here. It actually changes sometimes throughout the day. Every other day it might change. That's a very tedious task. There's one way you can do it with Helium 10, all right? So take the ASIN from your competitor or even from your product, and then paste it into this tool, BlackBox product targeting. It's the very last tab that you see in BlackBox. And all you have to do is paste it into the ASINs, press spacebar, and then go ahead and press search. Let's take a look at what products are frequently bought together with this one. All right, 17 products. You see, Amazon was only showing me 3, but here, if I filter this out for frequently bought together, I see some stickers, some bat-shaped stickers. I see that spiderweb shelf that I saw on the Amazon page. There's that bat shelf. What else do I see here? Another coffin shelf. Oh, wow, look at this. Here's a dream catcher that's shaped like a moon. Here's a coffin-shaped mirror, another kind of bat shelf. So I can see the full history over the last month or two of products that are frequently bought together, 17 of them. Another thing I could use this for is seeing what Amazon is suggesting that people advertise for. Amazon has their own algorithm and say, for any product, Amazon will give you suggestions on what it suggests you advertise for. So if I want to see that, I would just hit the Amazon suggested filter right here. And then if there's anything available in this database, Helium 10 is going to show that. That's actually coming from Amazon and shows this. So is this frequently bought together. So this is really, guys, a great method for finding bundling options, finding product line extension ideas, and most importantly, finding PPC product targeting ASINs or sponsor display ASINs that you could target that really could give you a leg up on the competition. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this deep dive into product research. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this in a place that allows you to make comments. How many of what we went over today have you never used before? I bet you guys, a lot of you have used BlackBox products before. How many of you were using that BlackBox keywords top 10 filter that I talked about? How many of you were using BlackBox niche? How about this last product targeting tip that I gave you? Guys, every single one of these are different strategies that potentially could make your company money. So if you're not using it, you are potentially leaving money on the table. Now, I believe almost all of these tools are open to platinum and above. Depending on when you're listening to this, one of them, like the brand analytics, might be only available to diamond members. The other gating that we have here, like I said before, is the brand analytics data will only work if you have your Amazon account connected to Helium 10 and we can verify that you have brand registry, because that's Amazon terms of service. But other than that, if you've just got a regular platinum account, you've got access to these tools. So make sure to start making use of it. I think you guys are going to be able to make a little bit more money by using some of these strategies. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next episode.